So moving forward, I want you to gauge your wins based on how you feel. I do not want you to gauge your wins based on the things that you see. It means that you felt empowered, you felt abundant, you felt free, you felt confident just when you were standing there at the register waiting on your time. Guess what? That's a win. One for you, zero for the old version of you. It sees that you have everything that you need right around you. Is able to identify the wisdom from those experiences and from that knowledge and how to put it into practical application. It is excited that you are where you're at right now. There's a version of you that can look at every aspect of your experience, your life, your journey, and see exactly why you are where you are at right now. And it is so grateful that you're there. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that there is a version of you that is so inherently abundant that that feeling of knowing that alone supersedes everything that it sees outside. That's what I'm saying. So I'm here to tell you there's nothing wrong with your life. The issue is how you view you experiencing your life. That's what the issue is. Because there's nothing wrong with your life. Nothing is inherently wrong in the experience that you're going through. Not at all. I understand how you came to that perspective. But I'm telling you now, there's nothing inherently wrong with your life. Feel as though, man, I ain't got no damn money. When in actuality, there's a whole different way you could be looking at it. You could be looking at it, you could look at your current situation right now and guarantee you can find at least three positive things about that. I'm saying that your inability to find those three things and allow those three things to help perpetuate a feeling opposite than what you're feeling right now, that's the reason why your life feels like it's so bad. Because soon as you switch that, soon as you shift that perspective just a little bit, outer experience will start to reflect what you're actually feeling on the inside, which is completely opposite of what you've been feeling, and then things will look different to you. All right, so hear me out. I want you to look at it like this. There are two sets of collective consciousness going on, or there's two sets of people out there. They're the people over here that they have a perspective about how they see the world, but most importantly, themselves, that they can't let go of. Then you have another set of collective consciousness or another group of individuals that they are beginning to go more inward and see the world and most importantly themselves a different way. Two totally different groups of collective consciousness individuals, and then at the same time two separate groups of people. One group, they can't seem to let go of the ideologies or the ideas or the perspectives or the beliefs, the perceptions that they have about the world and themselves. We have another group of individuals that they are beginning to open themselves up and explore more ideas of the world and most importantly of themselves. This group, for instance, this group can't seem to see how certain beliefs that they haven't been serving them. This group can't seem to see how certain organizations within the world has been doing nothing more than harming them. This group, it's not that they can specifically say what organization or what about them needs to be changed. It's something that they feel. They feel when they look at certain aspects of the world that they used to look at, they're starting to feel something different about it. This group, when they start to look at certain aspects within themselves, they're starting to feel like there could be something more. By you changing your perspective, it enables you to now change who you are. You change who you are, then you change your experiences that you go through. It's just that simple. I think you focused on the techniques too much. We're talking about visualization, we're talking about affirmations, we're talking about the 369 method, we're talking about journaling. The goal is to be in those states whenever you desire. That's the goal. The techniques are only there to help get you there. That's it. The techniques are only designed to help facilitate you reaching those states. It's really not that serious because you're not chasing a technique. What you're doing is you're becoming the being, you becoming the version of you that the techniques help you get there with. So moving forward, your homework is how many times throughout the day can I embody that state of being that is the version of me that I desire to be? Whether it's to be in a healthy relationship, whether it's to have friends that pour into you, whether it's to be more wealthy. I want you to embody that state more throughout the day. 10 times a day, I'm going to embody the state of being that is whatever it is that I desire, the version of me that I want to be. That's what I want you to focus on. That's your homework. Imagine that everything that happened leading up to this moment right here was supposed to happen. What if everything that was done prior to you seeing this video, imagine that it all led to you being right where you're at in your life right now. Imagine that. Imagine the release and the relief that would come from just that one statement. That should actually provide enough relief within in order for you to now be able to start the walk in the right direction or to start to view your whole life completely different. Hear me out. So before you felt as though certain experiences and certain circumstances, they were happening to you. Every time you thought about them like that, it put you in at a lower emotional state than what you actually have the ability to be at. Meaning that every time you thought about those situations, you thought, man, I fucked up. You thought, damn, why did those things have to happen to me? You thought, man, I don't even know where I go from here. Like you start to put yourself behind every time you think like that. Now, imagine if you actually started telling yourself that everything that I went through so I can be right here, right now. Imagine what that would do. Imagine how much energy that would free up in order for you to have certain good ideas, or you will come across certain situations that seem to align with exactly what it is that you want. Just imagine, because that's what happens. Soon as you are able to shift your perspective, just all you need to do is shift it just a little bit. That's all you have to do. Soon as you shift it just a little bit, you have now taken yourself from moving in this direction to now moving in this direction. But just a small shift in your perspective. Everything that I've experienced it so I can be at this very point in my life right now. So now you have opened up a whole new avenue of situations and things and experiences that not only appear to be in the direction of which you want to go with, but they actually feel good to you. Hear me out. So it's the thoughts that actually bring the resistance towards the life that you desire, the life that you want. It's the thoughts. The thoughts slow them down. The thoughts slow down your ability to be able to feel what that life feels like right now. So what I'm saying is, let's bypass the thoughts. And if we're not going to bypass the thoughts, at least let's be able to reconstruct those thoughts in a manner that works in our favor. Because you thinking that everything happened against you is you're never going to be able to get to that feeling of actually being that version of you or experiencing that life before it actually comes in. Because you have to be it first. Remember, we already discussed this. You have to become it first. And you have to be able to become it without any actual visual representation of that right now. You have to be it first. Whatever it is that you want, if you feel like you're so tired of living check to check, then internally you have to feel as though you're no longer living check to check. You have to feel the version of you that doesn't even concern himself or herself with living check to check. Because that's not the person, that's not the being, that's not the state, that's not the frequency, that's not the energy signature that you're emitting from within. You have to be that first. And why not start with just shifting your perspective? Or is the being of that state more that's actually causing or helping you to become or transition into that version of you? I want you to start looking at it like this. I want you to think about the amount of times that you rest in your desired state. What I'm saying is, let's start identifying the times. Like, man, Sunday, I managed to rest in my desired state 8 times that day. Because the times is actually what helps perpetuate more momentum in you of being the version of you that you want to be. The version of you that doesn't look at his or her life as though it's full of lack. When you start to change who you are on the inside, that's what changes everything in your experience. That's what gets you out of that lackful state. So what I'm encouraging you to do is be in that state. Whatever your desired state is, be in that more times throughout the day. That makes sense? I want you to think about this. You're opening up to something. More possibilities, more options. Before, you were kind of locked in on how you felt about certain things based on what you was thinking about those things, and it kept you in one direction. It kept certain experiences from not being in your life.